So we moved the cameras outside, and today we're taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy S6 Active on AT&T. This is, of course, the S6 with the military-grade, water-resistant, dust resistance up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. So let's see if this is actually a much better device. The S6 Active has a different design from the traditional S6, much more compact, solid body frame. As you can see here, it's also thicker in terms of the way it is. On the left-hand side, you have your volume rocker, and you have that active button, the blue button there. And we'll talk about that later. The very top of the device, headphone jack. You have a SIM card slot, power button, comes with 32 gigabytes internal storage. That's a 5.1 inch QHD display there. We're in sunlight there, you can still see it a little bit better. I'm just gonna crank up the brightness a little bit, maybe that will help. Nope, that didn't help at all. Now you've got physical buttons in the front because touch sensitive buttons won't work, especially when it's immersed underwater. And that's not the whole point of the Active, but that's just to show you that with the Active, you can basically take this thing out, you can drop it, you can place it and pick it up, and you still be able to use your device still in good condition because it's got military grade specs built in there. So which means that it's water resistant, dust resistant, shock resistant to a certain degree and level. Of course, if you take a sledgehammer to this and just try to destroy your device, it probably will be destroyed. But from what you have here, you've got a device that is slightly larger than the S6 or the S6 Edge, but comes packed with a lot of features. Besides the fact that I'm tossing it around, it also has a 3500 milliamp battery, which comes in very handy. We'll talk about that in a second. Now, as we just look at the S6 Active and the S6 Edge, which is what I have, you can see the design differences there. You can see, of course, it's much thinner, also has much more of a slicker look, something that people call more professional. And this, of course, has much more of a sturdy look and feel. So I can easily bang this on the table, while I would be very careful with my S6 Edge. Now, the S6 Active has, as I mentioned, it has that action button, and once you press it, that goes into your activity zone, which shows you a bunch of things from flashlight to your stopwatch to a compass, weather reports, and you can also set the activity key, activity settings. So to actually have a secondary function for that button. So if you go into the long press, I've set up music as my main thing. So if I actually long press that button again, my music player pops up. You can change applications for quick access, which is nice, besides just giving you the activity feed in there. So it gives you some added advantage. Now you can still double tap the home button to go to the camera. And let's take a look at some camera footage from this. So I'm recording with the Samsung Galaxy S6 Active 4K, giving you a 4K recording of this device, so you get a good idea. It's a cloudy day, thus not a lot of illumination. I'm going to walk down a little bit. Of course, it's got OIS built into it as we record. Cool thing about this device, of course, it's waterproof, dustproof, all that. But you should get the same camera quality that you got with the S6 with this device. So there you have it, and check out some steals and we'll finish this review. Still get the same 16 megapixel camera with OIS. It gives you lovely photos and features. The one thing I will say I don't like is the amount of bloatware that's logged into this device. A lot of stuff from AT&T, stuff you can uninstall, it's in there. You still get OneDrive from Microsoft pre-installed there, which is nice. Now, another cool feature which you wouldn't think would be available on the S6 Active is actually wireless charging. So I have my wireless charging stand from Samsung, place my S6 Active, boom, it's got wireless charging, but it supports PMA as well as Qi wireless charging. So you have wireless charging built into this device, which is pretty cool. I like that about it, that they've made sure that, you know what, even though we're making it rugged, we're putting all these functionalities in there and making it a tougher device in terms of use case, it still works very, very well. Now, in terms of battery life, you do get some really good battery life outputs from this device. That 3500 milliamp battery goes a long way. You can do well over 24 hours. You can see here on moderate use, I basically still have a day and 15 hours left on this device. So that's something that I think goes a long way for what you should expect from the Galaxy S6 Active. It's rugged, it's solid, it's also got some very good battery life, and even though it is water resistant, you can still basically drop it in a pool of water and still be fine. As you can see here, just, you know, messing around with the tub, you know, things drop in, I decide to throw it in, or even if I'm taking a shower, whatever the case may be, even if it gets wet, you can still pick it up, take it out of there, you know, of course, clean up, and then you know, use your device and you should be able to work well. The one thing I will note though is that, you know, water will get into the speaker area. You do have to kind of dry that out so that your speakers come out clear. And I've noticed once I've dropped it into a water, if I'm using Bluetooth, that disconnects immediately. So it kind of has at least some kind of shutdown functionality, I think. That's what I observed, but it works well. It's nice, it's pretty solid. I really like the S6 Active. It's a solid device all around. It's rugged, it's not too big, and also it gives you all the functionality of your regular S6. Although you do not have a fingerprint sensor, of course, but overall this is a solid device. I think a lot of people like it. If you're wondering, broken a couple of smartphones, this is probably the smartphone for you. It's got enough juice, it's got performance, it's got all the functionality of the S6, and also it's got the protection of something that's rugged. So if you have any questions, any comments, guys, let us know. Otherwise, don't forget to like, share this video, favorite this video, subscribe to the channel, and always enjoy your entertainment.